All right. The question I'll be answering now says, how do I know if it's time to switch jobs or industries? It's tricky to answer some of these questions generically, but it's better to have the specifics. But since I don't have the specifics, I'll just basically tell you about myself and the times that I've switched jobs or industries. Personally, I feel like if I think about it, I have really ever switched jobs or industries when I feel like I have the potential to do more, to give more, to be more, or to, get more. You understand? So I think my early career, I started out as, a social media manager handling accounts for several people, right? But then before that, I used to run a business. Even though it was a small business, I did many importations from AliExpress back then. Don't know if it's still profitable, if people still do it. But then I can say I'm one of the OGs way back. I don't know if I'm an OG. Anyway, so I'm doing social media management, and I know that I understand beyond just posting. I understand how to get people beyond just getting attention into actually turning them into customers, into actually making them long-lasting buyers, for the business. So I started to move into brand management. I wouldn't say what I was doing was brand management in the word, but it was more of a marketing manager. We used to call it brand management then, but actually I was more of a marketing manager, right? And then in doing that, I discovered that most of the things I was doing was basically just writing stuff and writing ideas, writing campaigns, writing. I've always been writing something. And then I discovered through someone that I was following, Andy Mukolo, that people pay you good money to write, right? So, and people pay you good money, especially if they're in a better economy than you. And then I decided to make a switch into copywriting. Anyway, so one thing that you might have noticed from that little story, and there's many, many, many more from just copywriting. I went into email copywriting and then back into marketing management, but in a different and bigger field. Anytime you feel like you have the potential to be more, I feel like that is the right time for you to switch. You don't just switch just like that. You start working on it little by little. I took courses, I took classes, I read books and whatever. And then at some point, I just knew that, hey, I've reached a point of equilibrium. There's where I want to be and there's my knowledge. And they have now caught up. They're now like at the same level. So it's time to move. And to sort of round this up, you would not know if you have the potential to do more, to be more, or whatever, if you don't expose yourself to new information. If I wasn't exposing myself to, the emails and the content that Andy Mukolo, who was my first copywriting mentor then, if I wasn't exposing myself to that, I wouldn't even know that was possible, right? If I wasn't watching YouTube videos by Dan Lok and all of that, I wouldn't even know a lot of things were possible. Right, so expose yourself, discover the kind of potential, what is possible for you. After discovering what is possible for you, get the knowledge and then make your switch.